All right, guys, when it comes to live production, one of our big issues is video and audio being out of sync. Now, this happens because the video information is so much more heavy than the audio that it takes longer to process, encode, and decode versus audio. So audio always arrives first, then video. So that's why we have to delay the audio so that the audio and the video arrive at the same time. Now, another solution is to get the audio and embed it into the video so it all goes in as one package and it delivers in and out, all glued together, and everybody's happy. All right, guys, before we get into any examples, we need to know that 1,000 milliseconds equals 1 second. The reason for that is because we're working with time. So if we're working with 24 frames per second, that means we have 24 frames in 1 second. So now we need to figure out the length of each frame. So what we do is we get 1,000 milliseconds, which is equal to 1 second. We divide it by our frame rate, which is 24 at this point, and we'll get 41.6 milliseconds. That means that each frame length is 41.6 milliseconds. So if our audio and our video were off by 5 frames, then we know that we got 5 frames times 41.6 milliseconds gives us roughly approximately 208 milliseconds of delay time. So if you delay your audio by 208 milliseconds with the 5 frame difference, this should sync up. So we're gonna see a couple examples of that right now. But just remember the formula, 1,000 over your FPS. All right, guys, so I dumped the video into the video editor and we're about to test it now. So take a look and listen to the sound and the visuals, how they're out of sync. All right, guys, here's a perfect example of when video and audio are out of sync. Pay attention to the clap. Yeah, it's pretty off. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are gonna find the visual cue for the clap. That's our little slate. So let's go ahead and look at our visual, and right there, bam, that's where I clap. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right there because that's the initiation point of the visual, right in the clap. And I'm gonna go to the spike here, which is the sound of that first clap, and I'm gonna cut there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we're 14 frames off. So our audio is out of sync by 14 frames. So now we know the formula. We do 14 frames times 41.6 milliseconds, and that gives us approximately 582 milliseconds. So now we should be able to use this number to sync up our live stream by delaying our audio by 582 milliseconds. So let's go ahead and sync up this video so we can see how it looks now. All right, guys, here's a perfect example of when video and audio are out of sync. Pay attention to the clap. All right, guys, now that we know that we're off by 14 frames, that means that we're off by 582 milliseconds. So theoretically, if this is accurate, we should be able to apply 580 millisecond delay on our audio to our live stream, and it should work perfectly fine. All right, guys, so we have a live stream right now going straight into OBS. My audio is out of sync, so we're gonna go ahead and delay my audio by 580 milliseconds to see if the audio falls back into sync with video. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's check it out. Here's a couple snaps. Now let me go in here, and I am about to drop 580 milliseconds into OBS, and we should have video and audio starting to sync now. So I've delayed my audio by 580 milliseconds based on our theory of 14 frames, and this is what it sounds like. Clap test. All right, guys, there you have it. Cheers.